Welcome. In this session, we'll talk about the evolution of Buddhism and Jainism in India. Now, Buddhism evolved under three important branches. It was the Hinayan, Mahayana, and the Vajrayana. Hinayan was also known as Theravada, and this was the early orthodox school which believed on the direct words of Lord Buddha and the personal liberation. So, Hinayan had the various components which were the Virvadinis, and these were the elder monks and the school of the elder monks, which was a branch associated with early Buddhism or Hinayan Theravada. The next is Mahayana, which was called as the Great Vehicle, and this was the later school after the Hinayan. It was believing in the concept of idol worship, Bodhisattva, and universal salvation. So Mahasangikas were brought. Now Mahasangikas were also prevalent during the Vajrayana. Now Mahasangika were nothing but called as the great community, bringing the monks together for the pursuance of the religion. And Vajrayana was called as the diamond vehicle. Mahayana was called as the great vehicle. Vajrayana was known for its ritualistic practices and rapid enlightenment. However, that was not true with Mahayana. So there was little difference in the ideology among the three subsects of Buddhism. Now, under the Buddhism, there were four important councils which are commonly asked for your examination point of view. The first of this was held in Rajgir. Now, Rajgir was a city located close to the Satpani caves, and this was the time where you had Ajat Shatru as one of the major patrons for the first Buddhist council, and he belonged to the Haryakan dynasty. The next was the time of the first council where the Sutta Pitaka and the Vinay Pitaka were actually identified, right? So these two were brought into existence. The next was the second council, which was held at Vaishali under Kal Ashoka, and here there was a split between the Mahasangika and the Stharvirvadinis, which were the elder monks and the great community. The third council was the Patliputra brought by Ashoka, and this was the time where Abhidhanam Patika was brought into account, and this was the compilation of philosophical and the psychological analysis. The fourth was really important, that was in Kashmir under the rule of Kanishk, and where the split of two sects, that was Mahayana and Hinayan, formally took place into existence, right? So those were some of the four important Buddhist council. Now coming on to Jainism, there were the two sects, which was the Shwetambar and the Digambar, that is the white clad people with white clothes, and Digambar who consider sky as their clothes. Now there are two important councils under Jainism. The first council was the council at Patliputra, and this was by Sthulbhadra. Now this council has been important because Sthulbhadra was the leader of Shwetambar sect during that time, and he organized the first council with the compilation of 12 Ang, and these were very important because these were the primary canons of the for the Jain scriptures during that time. The next one was the second council. Now second council was to resolve the remaining issues with the scriptures, so it was held at Vallabhi, and this was considered as the final compilation, which was the Devardhi Shamarman, that was the scholar who presided over the second council. And then comes some of the important concepts under Jainism which are really important, that is Syadvad and Anekantvad. Anekantvad simply says that there is a multifaceted reality that exists. The story of the six blind man and an elephant is a common example to explain Anekantvad. And then Syadvad, where we say Syad Asti, Syad Asti, Syad Asti Cha Nasti, that means it exists, it might not exist, it may exist or it may not exist. So those were some of the important ideas which were brought. And then was the idea of Pratita Samutpad, and this was the idea where independent doctrine was brought for interconnected conditions, and this was again one of the basic developments under Jainism. Now some of the important places which are related to the two religions are important. So Bodh Gaya with Buddhism, right? So you have the location of Bodh Gaya, and this was the site where Gautam Buddha was actually got the enlightenment. Then was the Sanchi Stoop. Sanchi Stoop in Madhya Pradesh, present day Madhya Pradesh, close to Bhopal. Now this was the point where the relics of Buddha are stored. Then the two important caves, Ajanta caves and Ellora caves. Now both of them are rock cut mountains. Ellora is classic because it is known for the amalgamation of Hinduism, Buddhism and Jainism. Ajanta caves are known specifically for Buddhist narratives and Buddhist paintings. And finally the Ajaygarh caves. Now Ajaygarh caves are also important because they mark a very important idea under the historical rock cut architecture and cave formation. So those were some of the important locations under Buddhism and Jainism. So this session we have talked about the evolution of Buddhism and Jainism in detail. If you have any questions or queries, feel free to connect back, post the comment in the sections below, and we'll be more than happy to resolve those. The complete preparation material for history is available on the links below. Thanks for joining.